Assalamualaikum and welcome back to my channel. Hopefully everybody is having a beautiful Ramadan. Today's craft is lantern making. So I'm actually going to make you two different types of lanterns. One you are able to put a tea light in between it, and the other one is just to go ahead and put on the windows as a sun catcher. So of course the stuff you will be needing is construction paper, some tissue paper, the type that you put in gift bags, glue, a stapler, of course a pencil, and some scissors, and a lantern template. I was able to find these templates off of Google. I just printed out two images and then cut them out. Have it folded into threes. You could go ahead and use the template to draw out the type of lantern you want to use, or you could just go ahead and cut it freestyle and see how you want it to look like. So the first one, since my daughter wanted me to use a template, I decided to use a template for her, and the second one she just wanted me to just cut it however. So for her I did do a little bit different, just try to cut it however with some circles on top. It did actually end up coming out really nice. So once you are done cutting it out, what you're going to do is you're just going to let them decorate it however they want. Remember that the middle part of the lantern is going to be cut out as well. So once the lanterns were cut out, I let them color it and draw whatever they want. To just reminded them not to draw any animals or people on it, which they were very sad about, but I was trying to explain to them that we are not going to be doing that, that they could go ahead and draw like hearts and circles and squares and flowers and everything else that they would normally do. But over here I am trying to freestyle cutting a lantern. It didn't come out exactly how I wanted it to, but at the end my daughter loved it, so it was fine. Now, as they were coloring their lanterns, what I did was that I went ahead and cut out the other lanterns. And this one is actually really easy. All you have to do is draw out the lanterns beforehand and then just cut them up. This part, of course, you do need, if you have the older child that's around like 7 or up, they could probably do this part themselves, but you would not, you would need to help 5 years old and 3-year old cut out the lanterns. And since they were still coloring their other lantern, I decided that I could outline it for them before we do the gluing. And the part for this, since we were trying to make a sun catcher lantern, the only thing that you're really going to do is you're just going to cut out some tissue paper and glue it to the part of the hole in the lantern, and after that you could stick it onto the window, and it actually looks really nice because when the sun is out then it looks like the lanterns are actually on. Now for this part you're just going to cut up some tissue paper that will go through all three of the parts of the lantern, and you're just going to put glue all over the inside of the lantern, so where they did not decorate. And since we are going to be folding this up to stand up and have some space in between, you're going to make sure you put your glue on. The kids also love this part where they kind of like move it around, and just go ahead and put the tissue paper there. Now as you can see, there is one little part that is showing. I did not cut that part out, the tissue paper. I did not cut that part out because I still wanted it to be covered from there. So for for my older daughter, I was having a little trouble stapling the sides because it was just a design, but the other one, it was easier. I just put 2 staples, and that actually helped it stand up. Once I had it stapled, I went ahead and gave them some tea lights to go ahead and put in between. Alright, so you turn on the light from the bottom.
I turned it on.
Okay, now put it down. After some trouble of turning on the light, we finally did get it on, and I put it on the table, and I had them basically look at exactly how it would look once we put the lanterns on top. Because it was daytime, they couldn't really see much, so we did end up turning off the light to see how it would look. They were still too bright, so we ended up turning it on at night, and they got to see it in their room. They ended up sleeping with their lanterns on throughout the night. Now, the hardest part of this one was that just cutting out the templates was really time consuming. Other than that, for the kids aspect, it wasn't as hard. All you had to do was just make a very small rectangle and put some glue on the back side of the lantern, and then just stick it on. It was really easy for the kids to do it by themselves with the smaller lantern, because there's 3 different small windows. I didn't cut out really small pieces. I just cut out 1 square, and then I cut off the axis from the sides. There was 1 or 2 of the lanterns that the kids did not want me to cut off the sides because they actually liked the tissue paper sticking out from the sides. So I did leave them for a few of them as well. Go ahead. No, other way, other way. Go ahead, Fatima, put it up. Go ahead, get 2 more lanterns. Go, Fatima, get a lantern. So this was the end result of the Suncatcher lanterns. If you like this video and you want to see more crafts like this, subscribe to my channel. I will be posting some more craft videos this month, so stay tuned for more videos.